One come all, those short, those tall. There may be some clowning around, but you'll get an earful all in all. No need for waivers, no need for saviors. Don't be frightened, do not hide. Enter now and enjoy the ride. So step right up, those far and near. The attraction is set. It's Ear for Fear.
Welcome to the Ear for Fear podcast. This is the podcast that talks about scary movies or movies trying to be scary. I'm Rick.
I'm Morris.
What's up?
What's up, man?
How are you?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a little bit.
It has.
I don't remember the last time you came out.
I know. It's been a bit.
What did we do? Do you remember?
No. Oh, was it? Was it Hard Eyes?
It might have been Hard Eyes. Yeah.
Could have been.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back.
Yep.
You and I are going to be chatting today.
Yeah, we're going to do, maybe in the next few weeks, kind of a, like a director, like spotlight, maybe? Since we're talking about 2025's Keeper.
I think he's a keeper.
Yep.
I like that.
My production value there.
I know. That's where all the money went.
I had to trick there's this, it's a website.
Yeah, you told me about it.
Yeah, well, the problem was you could no longer. So what I was doing was I was grabbing the links from YouTube. Mm-hmm. Well, the site doesn't support YouTube anymore.
Oh.
You can't do it. So it basically says, sorry, YouTube doesn't allow us. So what I did is I started finding trailers on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I just tried it and I was like, oh, cool, I can do it now.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Hey, it
right?
works, man. So, yeah, you and I are going to do 2025's Keeper, directed by Osgood Perkins.
Yes.
I'll do a quick synopsis. A romantic anniversary trip to a secluded cabin turns sinister when a dark presence reveals itself, forcing a couple to confront the property's haunting past.
That's pretty much like every going to the cabin in the woods kind of thing.
But you know what's funny? You and I just saw this.
Yeah.
And we've only seen it once, so everyone forgive us because this movie, I think, definitely requires at least another watch.
It does.
But I almost feel like this kind of synopsis is a little misleading.
It is super misleading because the synopsis that you just read, because I'm looking at it too, it sounds like 90% of the movies that I see on streaming about a couple going to a cabin in the woods and sinister stuff is happening. Whether it be people or a ghost or a presence or a killer.
There seems to be a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're neon or A24 or something. I'm trying to remember the movie I watched. I think it came out.
Oh, I know the one you're going to talk about.
Which one?
Oh, goodness. What's her name? I can't think of her name. She was in a Iron Man movie. She was in Iron Man 2.
Which is the movie I'm thinking of? Those are the Night House.
The Night House.
Night House.
Night House.
Yeah. This one, I mean,
sounds just like the synopsis for the Night House.
Yeah. Yeah. And I actually did enjoy that.
Yeah.
Full spoilers.
1, 2, spoilers coming for you.
So we did. Pretty sure we did Long Legs. You didn't, but
no.
Scott came over and we did an episode on Long Legs.
Yeah,
you had recommended the
Black Coat's Daughter.
Black Coat's Daughter, which I hadn't seen, which I really did like. That was that was done really well. And when I finished the movie, it felt unsettling to me. Not a lot of movies do that to me. If there's been a few, like Dark and the Wicked did that. Probably, I would say a little Hereditary as well. There's not a lot of those, but it's always those ones that are dealing with some
demonic force.
Yeah, some demonic force. Some just
dealing with the devil.
Yeah. And so I really like what Osgood Perkins is doing. I loved The Monkey. I know you and I are going to talk about that one at a later time. I know a lot of people didn't like it, which again, we'll when we do the episode, we'll touch on that. But I love that. Honestly, that's been my favorite movie of 2025. I would say The Monkey is. I really was looking forward to the Keeper, excuse me. And we just saw a little bit ago, and I don't know, man. I can't explain it. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. And you liked it.
Me, on the other hand, I really liked it.
Did you like it more than you thought you would like it?
I like it about as much as I was hoping I'd liked it.
Heck, man.
So, yeah, Oz, he has a way. Yeah, the monkey aside, obviously, because that
definitely
has a different feel to it altogether. But his movies, and I can't speak for Gretel and Hansel and the pretty thing that lives in the house, the one that he did on Netflix. Those are the two movies I haven't seen.
I haven't seen those either.
But I mean, just going on, Long Legs, the Black Coat's Daughter, and then seeing Keeper. He has a style where it kind of the scary kind of breathes a little bit. It gives you people will call it like a slow burn. I think it's more of he fleshes things out and gives you time to kind of breathe with it, and lets the kind of unsettling get under your skin, and that's what I like about his style.
I do too. Now you thought that happened in this movie, and I thought it happened in Long Legs. I thought it happened in Black Coat's Daughter. I just didn't feel the same way in this one. There were times where it felt unsettling and it eerie, but I mean you could say that for most horror movies,
right?
I again, maybe another watch. And maybe I would feel different, or I would feel the same, but I could explain it better.
Yeah.
I just never felt, and I'm okay if I didn't feel the dread.
Right.
There was just something about it. Okay. When we were driving, I was trying to explain. There are scenes throughout this movie that makes reference to water and a stream, and it's in the movie. I mean, people who will see it, they will see it. It just didn't feel like. The buildup for that throughout the movie just didn't land for me. There was a scene with a locket, but all this, it felt artsy to me. That's the best way I can explain it. And I don't feel like Osgood is artsy. Like you could say that for what's the dude that did Nosferatu Eggers or?
Oh no, I disagree with you.
Oh, so I don't.
No, I think I think we like his style better because it speaks to us better. Where like Robert Eggers, it's a little bit more
pompous,
flamboyant. Where I don't hate his stuff, I just don't love it as much as Osgood's stuff. And I think the difference, and maybe this is because I was trying to place how this movie's a little different from the Black Coat's Daughter and Long Legs, because we talked about those movies before, just chatting.
Yeah.
And we both said they both had the same style, the same feel, even though they're totally different stories. But it almost feels like they're both stories. I mean, well, they are both stories about the devil's influence.
Yes.
Yeah. And this one, it feels more like a dark fairy tale.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, and I can't disagree with that.
Yeah,
I don't.
There's horror in here, but we didn't see there. Honestly, we didn't see a lot of like horrible things. Even though we saw, like, in the trailer, you see some bloody faces.
Yeah.
And you thought, holy shit, maybe this is, maybe I'm speaking for you, but maybe you thought, well, crap, maybe I'm going to see what's going to happen to those people that are getting the bloody faces. Maybe they're going to see them get chopped up. Or,
no, I actually didn't think that, and I'm okay with that because
yeah, I know you're not a gore.
I'm not a gore. As I've gotten older, I'm even like less of one. So
right.
No, that didn't bother me. I think I seem to do this. Like I gravitate towards a certain type of movie, a certain horror. And I love his movies. And then when we first saw the trailer, and then we were getting other trailers, and we both try to stay away from any spoilers, and I was just really looking forward to it. And maybe in my head I hyped it up so much that it was impossible for me to it was going to be a home run for me.
Right.
Maybe that's my fault. I don't know. I just felt like it was missing something. I didn't feel it was too long. What I love about his movies, most of them for that, I mean, I would say The Monkey and this one, what we were looking at, 1 hour and 40 minutes, somewhere roughly, right? So he's not doing what some of these other damn people do, where they're doing 3-hour horror movies.
No.
Don't do that, okay? Yeah. So I'm okay with that. It just was missing something, Morris, and I don't know what it was for me. I did not feel to me the same as Longlegs did and the Blackcoat's Daughter. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I almost liked Blackcoat's Daughter more than I liked Longlegs. It's not to say that Longlegs was a bad movie.
Yeah.
Because it was a good movie. I think I liked the pacing and the unsettling part in Blackcoat's Daughter than I did in Longlegs. The Monkey, yeah, like you said, we throw that out, completely different, even though I fucking love that movie.
Right.
I don't know. I can't explain it, man. Like I said, if you and I had watched this again and had a second viewing, maybe I could go, Morris, this is it. This is what it's, at times was there stuff creepy? Yeah, there was some creepy shit.
Well, I think we were trying to guess every little moment.
We were, you and I, we do that, and maybe that. We build the stuff in, okay, so you and I go, okay, what do you think it's going to be about? Or, then you and I start talking about it, and we go, and then we come up with all these different scenarios. And then a lot of times we're right. I don't know if you and I really did that in this one. We're watching the movie going, well, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? And so I don't know. I knew what I thought was this Malcolm guy. Mm-hmm. Okay. He's bringing her up to this cabin and I've been dating for like a year.
Yeah.
And you could just tell, we could tell something is up here.
Yeah.
What is that? Does he do something to them?
Yeah.
Well,
it's called Keeper.
Yeah.
And it's like, the funny thing is, I almost kind of think that part of me kind of called it, and I don't want to reveal it yet, but
go ahead, you can. Yeah, dude, we've already said full spoilers,
that he's lived a long time. To where all these women that are in the trailer, because I just saw the teaser trailer. Because remember, I told you I wanted to stay away from
for sure.
Stuff that really gives away the plot. And the teaser trailer actually played at the end of The Monkey, which just showed different women looking up at somebody that they're in the room with, that they feel comfortable with, and I thought, okay, well, he's keeping them. Or, and then I got to thinking about, well, there's multiple ways of thinking about Keeper. It's like he's keeping them, he's keeping them alive, he's keeping them for a purpose.
Yeah.
And then when they showed the damn poster where they both have black eyes, it's like then my mind shifted a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, they're either aliens.
Oh, see, I never thought aliens.
Or they're possessed.
Yeah, I felt like there was some sort of entity or presence that was maybe taking them over.
She's a keeper,
But see, I almost thought, I never thought for a second that he was going to be, I think in the movie's 200 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't think that. I never thought that. I almost thought that the way the trailer played was that okay? He's the one that's doing this, but I'm like, well, could she be too?
Yeah.
Like, but we're just not seeing that part of the trailer
because yeah, especially with the, because we didn't see that maybe she's one of these women too, because there's all these different women that maybe she's like they're a couple.
Yes,
and they're doing this, but then each one of those little scenes of the women looking and being disappointed and then trying to get away. I mean, it looked like different time periods, obviously.
Well, you know what's funny though, dude, is when we saw the trailer, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing this 200 years.
Well, the redheaded girl in the she looks very like from The Witch.
She did, but that could have just been chalked up to just the dress she was wearing. Like honestly, man, like, so I think they did a good job of kind of disguise. I will tell you this: the trailers, I've seen at least 2 or 3 other ones. Morris, I still didn't know. Like, I still had no clue. So so they did a good job not giving stuff away.
Yeah,
I
just hate trailers nowadays, except for maybe A24 trailers. They don't really give, and then I guess since this is from Neon's kind of like another A24 where they don't, but I mean, any major studio, they give you a fucking 2-minute,
I know they do,
like mini movie. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I just guess I spend an hour and a half watching all the other pieces of this mini movie.
Yeah, I know.
That fills in all the, some of the blanks and stretches it out.
When we were watching this, it was early on. It was when the Minka character, this would have been Malcolm says that the next door neighbor is really his cousin. Yeah. And it's just it's family land, and so he lives next door. I think his quote unquote cousin's name is Darren. And Darren has a lady friend. Her name is Minka, and I don't remember what she didn't speak much English, but she's in the woods. She's trying to get away.
You're right.
And then she gets attacked. And we really don't see who attacks her, but we see
somebody like grab her from pulling her up a tree. But behind the tree.
So what I thought? This is kind of dorky, but at first I thought, okay, it's something. It's the forest itself.
Oh yeah, and that's what I thought too.
And what it needs bodies sacrifices in order to maybe. This is going to sound dumb, but like stay not pretty, but green and remember in Burnt Offerings?
I was just going to say Burnt Offerings or Cabin in the Woods. That's because you got to feed the old gods.
Sure.
And tree and an old forest and old trees. It's the old world, that's still here.
And so I thought like you got these women like were being sacrificed to keep the forest. I don't know, whatever, growing,
lush,
and that's what I thought kind of early on,
right?
And then we start seeing these shadows, and like we never really get to see a full picture of it inside the cabin.
They kind of look like humanoids.
Yeah, it was weird. Like there was one scene where she's sitting there, and we see this presence in the back of her, and then the head. It stretches, like the neck stretches and it contorts, and it's like
almost like the alien from Close Encounters.
Yeah,
because it reminded me. I'm like, okay, well maybe I'm reading this different. Maybe they're aliens that live in the.
I never thought. What's funny is even though I never thought they were aliens. I just felt like it was some weird, creepy entity of some sort.
Yeah,
I didn't know what.
Maybe something like The Ritual from 2016. Do you remember that movie where it's like an old god and it looks like an elk and a man?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That was decent.
Kind of like a Wendigo.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, man. Like I don't know what it was. I just we get glimpses of these things. Like she walks down a hall and there's a presence behind her, like it's a figure of some sort. We can't make it out. Then she starts, it seems like she's hallucinating. Yeah. And then we see like the Minka. Was that Minka?
Minka.
Yeah. And this is what was strange. There was a normal size version of her. And then all of a sudden there was a
smaller version.
Smaller version.
That looked like sadder, and her arms started stretching.
What was that? What the fuck was that?
I almost want to say it was her hallucinating being on the. So I guess we should probably roll back a little bit and just say, so we get there. There's a cake that's on the counter, and she's like, "Oh, somebody dropped off a cake," and he's like, "Oh, that's from the caretakers."
Yeah.
And then
what was funny? Okay,
Yeah.
what was funny though? Really fast. They looked like fingerprints on the cake.
Oh yeah, well, I thought it was like shit prints, like.
I almost thought
somebody-
it was dried blood. I almost thought it was dried blood.
No, I looked at it like somebody was like dabbling with poop, and then it was on the box.
Okay.
So when Darren and Minka come over, because Darren's looked at as like this womanizer, he doesn't know what model girlfriend he's with, from week to week, and it makes it sound, and he makes it sound like Malcolm brings women by as well.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's a lady killer too. Don't let him try to run that past you, but he's obviously like kind of a more meek and just a regular dude, where Darren seems like he's a little bit swarmy and kind of
gross,
kind of like
a car salesman-ishy kind of
with the suit and stuff and the gold watch. Remember the big,
gold? Oh my god, that was tacky.
So we meet Minka, and he goes, "Oh, don't bother talking to her. She doesn't know a lick of English." And you could tell right away in Liz's face that she's just really put off by Darren and the way he's acting, and it's. So the two guys go off because Darren's like, "Hey, can I talk to you in private real quick?" Yeah. And obviously they're setting up whatever they're setting up. Yeah. And she's left alone with the girl, and the girl looks like she's kind of drugged.
Yeah,
she's just kind of like loopy and drugged, and you're thinking to yourself that, okay, well, she's obviously she's been on something that he gave her, but she points over at the box. And she goes, "Don't eat the cake. The cake tastes like shit."
Did she say don't eat the cake?
Yeah.
She did?
Yeah.
I thought the only thing she said was, she points at it and says, tastes like shit.
Oh.
I don't think
you're right.
I don't think
you're absolutely right. Tastes like
but
shit.
it was implied like, hey, it's something's weird with the cake.
You're right.
And the thing
and
was...
then when she said that, I'm like thinking, okay, well, the cake was made with shit. Because it looked like shit smears on the box.
I thought she was implying, hey, it's gonna taste weird because there's drugs in it.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. And the thing was, before Liz even had the cake, you could just tell that she felt something was off.
Yeah, she did.
She just felt uncomfortable.
Well, the thing is before those two leave, Darren and Minka leave, and then we're left with Malcolm and Liz, and Malcolm and Liz just finished dinner. And they actually finished dinner before those two came over.
Yeah, they did.
But they're like, kind of being playful, and she's like kissing his neck, and, obviously she wants to go upstairs and go get busy. But he's like, hey, it'd be great before that. Let's have some cake.
Yeah, it seemed weird.
And then right away, man, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's in on something.
For sure.
At first, I was kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, I never did. And
I'm like, okay, well, yeah, he's a part of whatever's bad that's going on.
Definitely, dude. Definitely.
So, and then he cuts a piece, and then he puts the piece in front of her, and he's just watching her, making sure that she doesn't say, hey, take a bite, but he's like, obviously, he's staring at her. And she's like so uncomfortable because she's like, well, I don't like chocolate. And he's like, since when? She's like, since I was a child. Yeah. Since, before this. And he's just like, come on, it'll be good. Right away, if your woman's not, and this is like an anniversary of being together for a year. You would think that you would know these things about her, if she doesn't like chocolate, but it had to be a chocolate cake because the caretakers, quote unquote, made it for her.
Yeah.
Or made it, and he's giving it to her. So he's just staring at her until she takes a bite, and then I kind of thought that she would like maybe wait for him to leave and then spit it out.
Yeah, or wait for him to have some.
Yeah, But then I felt it was kind of odd because once she took a bite, you could almost see some relief in her face that she wanted more. Like it was almost intoxicating to have some more.
It was weird, man, because she ate the hell out of that cake.
Oh, no, she ate the hell out of that piece and then went to bed, but woke up and was craving the cake, and she went back downstairs.
But what the fuck was in the cake? Because,
dude, okay.
Because when she grabbed it with her hand, it looked
like there was like body parts or something.
Something, dude, like a piece of skin. Or, it was weird, dude. I couldn't tell.
It looked like meat or bone, or because it was white and red.
Do you think, because you and I were talking about this, because
it's made out of the fucking women before?
No, I don't think that. Is it because it's made by these creatures we're going to eventually see?
Yeah.
If she has a slice and it knocks her out, and then the idea is here they kill her, okay?
Right.
But they didn't kill her because she looks just like their quote unquote mom.
Yeah, because we have a flashback, and she's definitely a dead ringer for
dead ringer. So do you think the cake is made so that, because you and I we're trying to figure this out, like what was the significance of her eating a bunch of the cake, and then it would almost counteracted the fact that she was supposed to get knocked out?
Right.
Do you think they purposely do that? And the whatever these things are, these creatures, when they make the cake, they purposely do that so that if it doesn't knock her out, they know that she is suitable for whatever, for being their mother.
Yeah.
You know, and so then that's why that the other piece in there is I don't know.
I don't know either. And that's why it almost warrants another viewing.
It definitely does.
And then it's odd that both Malcolm and Darren, we'll talk about that in a little while, but they were both shocked that she was still like
for sure
around.
Darren came over with a bottle of scotch to celebrate,
and he was knocking on the door thinking that Malcolm was inside,
sure,
by himself.
Yeah. Do you think, man, like, okay, I was trying to think about this. We know we're gonna, obviously we'll get the whole story, but we know that he's 200 years old, okay, and we're only seeing glimpses of some of these women.
Yeah.
If he's been doing this for 200 years, I don't know how often these creatures have to feed.
Right.
For all we know, there's hundreds. Do you think while he's courting Liz, he's courting other women too?
I don't think so.
No. Do you think it's just one woman at a time? Because
one woman at a time.
So these creatures don't eat often, because that was a year.
Right.
You know. So if you don't think he's courting during that time frame, then it could be a year before they get hungry.
Yeah.
And they need the sacrifice. Or maybe it's longer than that. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I guess we should go according to like what the story is. So, okay, so he keeps looking at his phone. He's saying that it's a text from the family of a patient that's in a coma.
He's a doctor.
And he's a doctor. So he needs to go back into the city and kind of, check things out, because this is the day that the old patient of his is supposed to wake up from a coma.
Yeah.
So he just wants to be there when she wakes up. So, Liz is acting kind of loopy because she ate all that cake and she's hallucinating. She's been hallucinating.
Yeah.
We've been seeing like odd things happen. Like, she blew hot breath on the glass and made a heart, and then somebody else did that.
Yeah.
And
that was kind of cool.
Or
the one, what was the one that
she was in the bathtub, and remember the blood was dripping down into the bathtub, and she didn't see it because she had her eyes closed and her head back, just soaking in the tub.
Yeah.
And so he leaves, but we're both looking at each other. I'm like, fuck, I wouldn't want to be left alone without a car and without really knowing. I mean, he says he's going to be back by 6, maybe 7 if traffic's bad.
Yeah.
But there's like nobody up there, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just odd that, she would just want to be up there. And then, when Darren stops by unexpectedly.
Yeah, that freaked her out.
Yeah. And then she already had the vision of Minka being in there with her.
And then what was the one? There was an image in the kitchen.
Oh, it was like a woman with a bag over her head.
And she was doing like that little heart thingy.
Yeah.
And that was creepy.
And then and it almost looked like there was flies flying around the bag, right?
Yeah, I think they did.
But yeah, she's just seeing all this stuff. She knows she's either seeing it or hallucinating and freaking out.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's trying to talk to her friend Maggie. That's that's on her cell phone. And Maggie's like, "What? He just fucking left you there? I'll come get you."
Yeah.
And Liz is like, "Well, you don't have a car." And she's like, "Oh no, I'll figure it out."
Yeah.
So,
and then implies to Liz, like, this seems weird to you, right? Like,
yeah,
this sounds like he has a wife and a family, and you're just his side piece,
right?
And then of course Liz gets all pissed off and
hangs up on her. Yeah. So, I mean, and then we see some weird stuff happen to Liz before Malcolm gets back. But before Malcolm gets back, we see Darren knocking on the door, wanting to celebrate, thinking it's Malcolm, and then shocked as shit when he sees that Liz is there.
Yeah.
He comes in, and I think at that point he's like figuring, well, I'm going to finish the job, because he's like, hey, you want to celebrate with me and, the scotch? Yeah.
Yeah, the scotch.
And she's like, yeah, sure. I have to go to the bathroom first. So she goes to the one place where there's a door, because she mentioned that to Maggie, that it's kind of a weird cabin because it's all open and there's a lot of glass. Yeah. There's a lot of mirrors.
But it kind of makes sense though, right? Because if these creatures are constantly looking inside.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Totally.
So that would make sense. It's like they're almost stalking their prey. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then they're also just, it's almost like like an ant farm where you can kind of see what's going on.
Sure. Yeah.
So, she's in the bathroom, but we hear, the stuff we've been hearing, like up in the rafters and up in the ceiling, and then we see Malcolm walking up the stairs real slowly with the meat cleaver, and we know that it's nefarious. He's gonna try to kill her.
But see, okay, Morris, hold on a second. Do you think he was? So I have a feeling this is again one-time viewing here. I don't think that he was going to go kill her. I don't think so. I think he was looking out for himself because he knows how these creatures work. I think that,
but they've kept him alive for 200 years too.
I know, but that was when none of these other women were suitable.
Okay.
But the fact that she was still alive, she's now suitable.
But his sacrifice was eaten.
That's fine.
That was Minka's.
Yes, sure. But Minka had looked nothing like their again, quote unquote, mother.
But I'm sure none of the other women didn't either.
No, we know they didn't because we saw what they looked like. Right. A redhead. I mean, So she looked so much like them. They were essentially protecting her. I think when Darren grabbed that meat cleaver, whatever it was, I think he grabbed it to protect himself.
Yeah.
And then they killed him. I don't think he was going, again, just my opinion, I don't think he was going after Liz. Because in order for this to work, these creatures have to kill the woman.
But you know what? This is where I'm thinking, no. I have to disagree with you.
Okay.
I think he was going up the stairs. He was going to kill her. And because she looks so much like their mother, that they didn't want that to happen. They want to keep her alive. Because we already said at the end of the movie that they would have killed her long ago.
But I agree with you, but
they kind of knew what he was going to do.
I have no doubt, but the meat cleaver, I think, was to protect himself because because if these creatures kept her alive, what's going on? He was shocked that she was still alive.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay. And remember when he went into the house? When he first got to the cabin. When he first got to the cabin and realized Malcolm's not there and she's still alive, dude, he looked everywhere in the cabin.
Yeah.
I think he was looking for creatures.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the cleaver was for. Because the creatures would have to kill her in order for it to be considered a sacrifice.
Right.
So it would make no sense for him to kill her. It wouldn't work.
Right.
That's again, dude, my just my observation. I'm not saying I'm right.
Oh man. And then seeing what happens. I mean, it's such a fast glimpse, but we seeing the shadow of his body being
Oh yeah,
lifted
that was cool.
up into the rafters upside down, because they like to pull you upside down.
Yeah,
And his head was like,
it was barely hanging.
it was barely hanging on. And I'm thinking either they sliced it with their fingernails or they sliced it with the cleaver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where it was like barely hanging on. It looked like it was going to fall off.
it looked like it was gonna fall.
And there must be like really good at cleaning up blood, because she didn't see any blood anywhere.
So remember the part where she woke up from this nap and it looked like
Oh yeah.
It looked like wine.
Spilled wine next to her.
But dude, no matter what she did to scrub it, it wasn't coming out.
No.
I almost think it was blood. Maybe they dripped it.
Yeah.
And remember her sweater was turned backwards.
yes.
So I mean, I don't know. Are they messing? Are they doing stuff to her? Because
But was that a real wake up? Remember, because she re-wakes up again.
Yeah,
and then
I don't know.
her sweater was.
I think it is real. I think they have a way of getting into your head and you're not sure, but it is reality.
Because Malcolm did say that they know how to work their magic, because
Yes.
they could make sure that doors stayed locked and that kind of stuff.
So I mean, it could have been because she looked so much like their mother, and maybe it was them. I don't know. I know this sounds goofy and almost bonding, and I don't know why the sweater would get turned around. I don't know why. Maybe if they're drooling or they're dripping blood, and it's getting onto the cat. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
obviously they wanted to keep her alive, because they did give Liz a clue, but before they gave her the clue, Malcolm gets home. Liz wakes up from another nap. Malcolm gets home, and she sees that he's home, and he's like, "Hello," kind of like not sure like what's going on. And then when he sees that she's alive,
he seemed startled, right?
He's
like he
super
seemed
startled,
startled, like surprisingly startled.
Yeah, like he thought, I'm sure he thought that she'd be dead again.
Yeah.
And for her to not be dead, and then she's like, you know what? I want to go.
Yeah.
Something here just doesn't feel right. I want to leave right now. And for him to like, no, let's take it back. Let's think about it. Let's deep breath.
Yeah.
And obviously we know as the audience that there's just something not right about this guy.
Yeah.
But he, any good boyfriend would be like,
yeah, let's get out.
Yeah, let's go.
Get out of here. You're uncomfortable. Let's leave.
That would be the right thing to do, but he didn't do that because he's not doing the right thing. So what does he do? He goes off. She goes, well, I just want you to go look at the house and find out where all these people that I keep seeing and go find your cousin, Darren, because he disappeared and I don't know where he went. And so he goes off and, he says he's looking around. He's like, hello. But
yeah,
I think he just went down to the basement, grabbed the wine, came back up, and he goes, oh, look what I found.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He's not looking for any. He knows what's going on.
Of course he does. So, yeah, he pours her a glass of wine, and I don't know how he's like manipulating her to,
I know.
Just to.
I still think she probably wants to see some sort of
good in him.
But yeah.
But she, you could tell that, she's like, okay, so what happened to, Mrs.
Mr. Portnoy or something?
Yeah,
like
Mrs.
That.
Portnoy.
Yeah, something like that.
And he's
like, who the fuck?
He's like, what? Oh, he's like, well, what kind of good of a doctor would I be if I'm here to see my beautiful girlfriend and
yeah.
And Mrs. Portnoy's no more because she passed away and her family was able to stay with her and you could tell from his story she starts welling up with these tears because she just knows it's a line of shit. Yeah. She's just done. And she just wants to just tell me the truth. That's all she wants. And, she goes to the bathroom, locks herself in like she did with
with Darren was there. Yeah, and she finds that picture.
And she finds the picture. And that's why I'm saying that, the caretakers left her a clue because they want, because they obviously took that out of one of those boxes.
Well, yeah.
And
the keepsake boxes.
The keepsake
of all
boxes.
the women. Yeah.
because he has like a bunch of them down in the basement or wherever that area is.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't
because
know
I
if it
think
was
the basement is where they live. You know, because
I almost think there's like different sections of it.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I think maybe like one could be a cellar for like wine and stuff, and then I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to decipher the kind of structure of this house, but
Yeah, but I mean, the picture had what it had. It had
it had two kids, and then one of the wives that we saw, one of the women that we saw in the flashbacks.
Yeah,
and then him, but it was like an old ass picture from like the 40s.
yeah,
And she's like, "How can that be you?
yeah.
You need to explain yourself." Then he starts explaining where he and Darren, who's not his cousin, it's his little brother.
Yeah.
They were 200 years ago. They're like, he's like a young teen, and Darren's like not even a teen, maybe just a child.
Yeah.
They're walking the forest.
Their property, essentially.
Yeah, yeah. And they have these muskets, big old muskets, and they look like they're colonial times.
Yeah.
And they said that they came across the woman a pregnant woman that was in the forest, and they've seen her before, many times before, dancing naked in the moonlight. And right away I knew, okay, well, they came across a witch, because any like, folklore that you hear, women that dance around in the moonlight on a full moon, most likely they're witches. And he even said, she wasn't supposed to be there because none of them are supposed to be there. So you could tell he's like, Puritan, burn the witches kind of thing. So that painted that picture right there.
Yeah.
So she's pregnant. She's like going into labor. They like shot at her.
Yeah,
and
they shot her and looked like they hit her like maybe in the back or something, and then they threw her in like a...
Yeah, they drug her and threw her into the pig pen, like a pig barn.
Yeah.
And then closed the door on her. And then they waited for her to give birth.
Dude, that's what's fuzzy for me.
Yeah,
man.
this is the fuzzy thing.
I don't know.
But it's like, it wasn't... I don't know if they said it was a child.
Dude, I don't know.
Or if there was multiple children. So I don't know if these caretakers multiplied or they all were born at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they were all born at the same time, and there was like 4 or 5 of them.
I that's the thing, because it wasn't there a scene where she was hallucinating and someone said they think you're their mother,
right?
Yeah. And so, and obviously the locket that she found in the stream, it was identical to her.
Yeah, like an old picture of her.
Yeah, and that's why they gravitated towards her and kept her alive. But I don't know, man. I don't know with the creatures. I don't understand it, because the creatures were
weird looking,
just fucking weird, dude. And I don't know.
They're humanoid. They have like human faces, but they're white.
But see, the thing is this, Morris. Okay, let's say you're right, and let's say it's witchcraft.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the standard.
No, it's like a dark fable. So it's like a different take on stuff. It's not like your average. We know she's a witch from Dancing in the Moonlight. Obviously, like Oz's other movies where somebody's possessed, the eyes go black. Black eyes, blacked out eyes means possessed by the devil. So I definitely have questions, and maybe watching it again, maybe we get some more answers, or maybe we don't. Yeah.
Or, and the creatures were weird.
So one of the creatures. So yeah, he's trying to like kill. He's trying to kill her, and she gets out of the window.
Well, see, that's the thing. Do we really know they were trying to kill her, or they were trying to just maybe befriend her because she looked so much, and then she was freaked out and fell into the water.
She fell into the water,
but then ends up in some basement of theirs, and that's where. And dude, it was weird. Like we got some sort of like I don't know what this thing was. It looked like the original mom's head in some sort of jar.
Oh, it was.
And
I guess we should say that young Malcolm and young Darren actually put a bullet in mom's head. They put one of the muskets up to her head and pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
So the thing that's in like a honey jar, because it looks like it's full of honey.
I'm not sure what it was.
It was
with,
like a thick yellow liquid.
Yeah.
And they pulled it out and it's like dripping, but it had a bullet hole in the head. Yeah. So that's the original mom's head.
Yeah. But then, I mean, yeah, we get like the one creature off to the side. We get another one coming down the stairs.
Yeah, the one creature that we saw do the heart with the bag over its head.
Yeah.
It finally revealed itself, and it kind of explained that some of us are the women of the past that they've killed before. So it like took off its head, or took off the bag on its head, or whatever it was, sack.
Yeah.
And then it had all these eyes and faces.
But all the faces look the same though.
Yeah, they kind of did.
So if they were the faces of the other women, would they look the same, or would they look different?
I don't know.
Again, some of this stuff is confusing.
It is a little confusing.
I don't know. Like basically, the end result here is Liz isn't dead. Malcolm thinks she's dead. She's not dead.
Yeah.
He puts all her stuff into a box like he did the rest of them. Hey, she's gone.
Yeah.
I'm going to live longer, blah, blah, blah. Well, she's not dead.
Oh, that's the other thing we didn't talk about is, so where did Malcolm and Darren learn about the longevity? Because they're sacrificing these women to live longer. And it's like, why do they want to live longer? And who promised them long life?
Because I think they're very vain. I think one is just Darren is more flashy, and Malcolm is not as much, and he's more reserved. But I think bottom line is they're both vain enough that they want to live as long as they can.
And the weird thing is obviously it's never going to be explained, but they obviously had a mom and a dad. So it's like. Did they keep this secret of living long away from their parents and other family members? Because it seems like they were the only two that were able to live as long as they did.
Yeah, for all we know, the mother could have been sacrificed, a long time ago.
Yeah.
And who knows, the dad maybe just died of old age. I don't know if it's really relevant, but I don't know, man. There's, again, a lot of unanswered stuff.
Somebody promised them this. Maybe the mother / witch did before they shot her in the head.
I don't know.
But somebody gave them the 411 on how to do this.
And maybe it just happened. It just happened over time, and they realized. I don't know. Yeah, that's stuff we just I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
But Malcolm thinks Liz is dead.
Yeah.
She's not dead. They kept her alive because they want to keep her. She's a keeper.
She's a keeper.
She's the keeper.
Yeah.
And so
she's a keeper.
So he goes to bed thinking everything's golden, and he wakes up and he's aged. Yeah. Literally, because they've replaced him.
Yeah.
And he ages like drastically, and then
it's like he hears like all the crying and moaning and stuff because it's all the children, I guess, or the caretakers, we'll call them.
Yeah, the caretaker. Yeah.
So he wakes up. It's morning time, and he's like fucking old, and he's upside down.
He's blind because if you're 200, obviously you probably can't see shit. But he's blind. He's upside down. Liz comes. You can tell she's now, whatever.
Yeah,
her eyes are all black, so she's
blacked out.
Yeah,
eyes where she's like, possessed or whatever she is.
Something, dude. And so she ends up feeding him the cake, and then sticks him in some jar.
The jar of honey.
It looked like a different color. This one did though, didn't it?
No, it looked golden.
The same to you?
Yeah,
it looked red to me, dude.
No, it just looked golden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But obviously he's gonna suffocate. Being an old man, he probably didn't last like more than a minute in there.
Yeah, so, again, like there, another watch or two, or maybe reading up on this, maybe we get better explanation on some of this other stuff that we're just not sure of. It's not that it's a bad movie. It's not. I know you liked it more.
Yeah,
than
I
me.
did.
And that happens a lot with you and I.
Yeah, it's like a dark fairy tale.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean I didn't love it, of course. It doesn't mean I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't I wanted to love it and I didn't. And I just didn't feel like it was as good as some of his other movies. That's just the bottom line with me. Maybe I'll change my mind if I watch this again. Or maybe maybe I like it even less. I don't know, so.
Yeah, because now you know what to expect. Maybe.
But again, rewatching it and really paying close attention to stuff, maybe I end up liking it more. I've done that before. It's rare for me, but I have. But yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting, and it wasn't as, good as I wanted it to be. And it wasn't because, it wasn't because there wasn't like, I don't know, gore or like there are a bunch of,
action sequences.
Yeah, none of that. I guess I wasn't, and it's not that I'm not okay with the story itself. I think it was the execution.
Maybe you were disappointed by your expectation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
You were expecting something a little different.
I think so. And I'm not even sure what I was expecting.
Yeah.
It just
You were
wasn't.
just hoping that it was not what you got.
Yeah. And so I think that's why I was a little disappointed, but that's the keeper or just keeper. She's a keeper.
So let me ask you this real quick. So we did The Wretched, and if you remember The Wretched was like a...
Was that the
like
tree?
The tree witch?
Yeah.
Were you hoping the creatures were like The Wretched, where they were like tree creatures?
No. Honestly,
because those looked a little bit more wicked.
Yeah, no, I don't even think it was that.
Yeah.
I was cool with the creatures the way they looked. They were creepy.
Yeah.
And fucking just odd. I was okay with that. I think it was just the whole execution for me. It just didn't work for me. At least in the first viewing.
Yeah.
I definitely want to watch this again.
Oh yeah, me too.
And then maybe I'll change my. I did with Let the Right One In. I fucking hated Let the Right One In, and then I rewatched it.
Really?
I did. When I first watched Let the Right One In, it was so fucking boring. And then I watched it again for an episode I did with Jake, and I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Same thing could happen with this.
Yeah, I feel it's one of the better vampire movies.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie. But anyways, that's Keeper. That's it. That's all I got. You got anything else?
No. I'm just looking forward to his next one, which is, what was it called again? The Young Kids?
Oh, The Young Ones or something?
The Young
Ones or something like that?
The Young Ones.
I mean, I guess you're telling me a few people are in it that I'm not crazy about, but I mean, is that what it's called? The Young Ones or the Young?
Let's see.
I forget what it's called.
It's called the Young Puppies.
It's not called
The Young People.
The Young People?
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
It's another one with Tatiana Maslany.
Oh, she's in it again?
Yeah.
I like her. She's
I
good.
do too.
Yeah, no, she's really good. I dig her, and she seems to fit well with his movies,
Yeah.
She was in The Monkey.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyways, all right, well, that's it, man. Thanks for coming on out.
Absolutely.
Hey, everyone, thanks for listening, and take care.
Peace.
You listened all the way to the end. We appreciate that. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Ear for Fear Podcast, Twitter at Ear for Fear, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Ear for Fear Podcast. You can also check out our website, earforfear.com. There we list news and events. We're available on all the main platforms, so make sure you tell a friend. We hope you come back and get an earful.